Hey there, Red Devils Hoops fans. Christian Payne joined by Dickinson basketball head coach Alan Seretti for a nice feature here at Dickinson men's basketball. Be elite after your program. Coach Seretti had an outstanding year, going all the way to the Elite Eight. So just impressions after season, a little bit of time to reflect. What's going through your mind now after a really great year?
No, a little bit of time to reflect just on how special that run was. Obviously, to be one of 8 teams still playing out of 400 some was really impressive work by our guys to get us to that level, particularly when coming off the conference tournament, we didn't know where we would be. So an outstanding year, an exciting year, something that we hope to build on in the future.
Coach, now the pedigree for Dickinson basketball is just that much higher. Obviously, last year you guys won the conference championship. This year you advanced farther into the tournament. So what does back-to-back years of success mean for you moving forward?
Yeah, I think as a program, almost like a player, you know, your time as a player is only 4 years, but as a program it extends beyond that. So each year you're trying to best the year before. So we were fortunate in doing that. You know, we didn't win the conference tournament this year. Getting to the Elite Eight, I think, is a pretty good consolation prize. Now, what's the next step? I mean, we're going to have to elevate ourselves to another level, and that's going to be a great challenge. We just raised expectations. I mean, coming off the conference championship, losing 6 seniors, we wanted to let them know that, you know, the level that we played at the end of the year was now the expected level. But to get to that level, we had a whole new group. We had to go through a whole new process. So it wasn't just going to happen.
Beginning of the year, we had a lot of high expectations. Obviously, coming off the championship last year, so we knew that was the place where we wanted to get back to by season's end. So, you know, the beginning of the season had a lot of high-intensity practices. You know, we had the end goal in mind, definitely. So we definitely started the year off on the right note.
Coming into this year, you know, but you know that you've got that target on your back, but you still, you know, we still definitely had an aura of confidence. We had a lot of guys coming back. We knew what it would take to go the distance in the conference, and we had played some big boys, you know, out of conference scheduling.
Really set the tone. I would say even before the season started, and practices started in the fall, with our workouts were like really intense, and like we really kind of got after each other and everyday workouts and stuff like that, and pushed each other to a level that we knew that we would need to reach to have success later in the year.
So there were definitely big expectations because we had so much, you know, experience, but it was tough because even though we were seniors and I played a lot of basketball, we hadn't played together in a couple years.
This is the first time we really had a veteran group out there almost at all times. So they did a great job of coming out of dead ball situations and really executing what we wanted them to.
It was a process because obviously we had 2 guys within our rotation who had come back from time off. So Tom McInerney and Brian Gerney weren't with us last year. So, you know, we allowed those battles and that depth to kind of promote and produce itself throughout the course of the year and work itself out.
Well, that game itself was a really easy game to get up for. You know, Guilford was ranked 17th in the country at that point. So, you know, we took the drive down to Virginia, really fired up, ready to go, and kind of just right off the tip, everybody just started sinking threes. You know, especially for me that day, the rim looked pretty big. So, you know, as soon as I started getting them up, kind of just wanted to ride that wave. But it was a great stepping stone in our season. We beat a really good team down there. And, you know, with that, we kind of just rode that wave into the following games.
I think, well, from the start, our coach has always, you know, talked about how we are a 3-point shooting team. He's not going to try to stray away from that. We're going to go stick to the game plan, and we all can shoot, so we might as well take advantage. And just that game is just one of those games, you know, it happens to every team every year where you just knock down every shot, and every shot feels good. And I think once Adam started hitting in the beginning, I think everyone else saw that, and everyone was like, oh yeah, we can really get this going. And then by the time we knew it, we had 17. I don't think anyone knew that we had that many, but we knew it was a good shooting night for sure.
I think it was the first time we really discovered that we had a chance to do some things maybe on a more national level. I mean, we had been competitive within our league for a few years now. We had played teams outside of our league and been competitive, but Guilford was undefeated and highly ranked at the time. We were in an environment that they were comfortable with, being at Randolph-Macon within their league. And it was an unknown to us. We were coming off a day and a half of practice because of winter break. So we went down there and just said, hey, let's see where we're at. So that you know, to be up 30 with 8 minutes left, and it felt like we made every shot in the first half. You know, we knew that if we play at this level, we have a chance to play with anybody.
We knew the conference is always tough every year. You know, these are teams that have seen you for 4 years, twice a year. They scout, they know your tendencies. So it's always difficult to get any conference win, especially on the road. So, you know, we had to make sure all the younger guys, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen knew that every game is going to be a grind, every practice is going to be a grind, and you know, every time we step foot on that court, we have to play, make all the alumni, all the coaches, all the players proud.
I think our conference is definitely better than people give it credit for. I think from top to bottom, you know, you go and you play a game at Ursina, so you play a game at Haverford or something like that. That's never an easy thing.
You do scout and stuff, and you always get a little bit nervous seeing what you're going up against. But yeah, it's tough game in and game out.
I think it's a highly competitive conference nationally. I think it's one of the best in the Mid-Atlantic region, and it maybe doesn't get the respect that it deserves. And we were doing some research when we made the tournament about the teams that had played from the league in the national tournament. You know, we had 2 Final 8 teams in 2008 and a Final 4 team. We had a Final 4 team in 2009, Sweet 16, I believe, in 2010, second round in 2011, Final 4 or Final 8 in 2012, and then obviously the run that we made. So in the last 7 years, the representative from our league has won the first round game, and we've made the Elite 8 5 of those 7 years.
Everyone knows each other so well in this 2-0 conference. Great coaches, you know, good players. Anything that people claim it lacks in athletic ability definitely makes up with and probably more with basketball IQ and just, you know each other and how to play the game. So I think Coach does a great job at adding little wrinkles. You know, we start with kind of our base offense, and once we get comfortable with that, then we start adding little things. And you know, at the beginning of the year, we're kind of like, why don't we do this, and he's like, you know, just wait, relax. And then, you know, later in the year, we're adding things, and we're just like, oh wow, it's perfect.
Centennial is like known for being a very competitive conference with a lot of great academic schools in it. So going against guys who, you know, are put in the rigors and the same rigors you are in the classroom and on the court is really fun. You develop kind of a cool relationship with a lot of guys throughout the league, and they know they're about the right things. They're about doing well in the classroom and on the court, and there's a lot of mutual respect there.
I think it's something that they had as a goal. I mean, it had been held at Franklin and Marshall as long as anyone can remember, as long as we've been in Carlisle. So to have it come here and have the faculty and the staff and the student body and the parents enjoy being in a comfortable setting and being at home, we got a tremendous turnout. Obviously, it was well run. You know, the administration and the staff did a great job from a game management standpoint. And then it was a high quality of play, so people in the area, people of the community can come out and see how good the level really is.
Not only was that a goal from the start of the season, but that was the goal right when we stepped foot on campus in 2010, back as freshmen. Winning the regular season, the league outright, is a huge accomplishment. It was a huge goal for all of us for a very long time. So, you know, having that conference tournament in the Klein was an incredible atmosphere. It was a great experience. It was everything we thought it would be, and having the support of all the Klein crazies and then the home court was a huge advantage.
Yeah, it was literally a dream our freshman year, doing something like that had just never been done, and it seems so impossible because, you know, it's almost a done deal that FM's going to host it every year, and you know, we had talked about it coming into this freshman that, you know, we want to host it, we want to have it at our gym. You know, with our fans at our school, where people, you know, maybe thought it was a little crazy, but I think after the last couple of previous years, we were starting to believe a little bit. So then this year, we were able to put together, you know, the season that made us worthy of hosting it. So it was great to have the support. You know, just finally breaking through and having it, you know, on our home floor was something really special.
I think it was a phenomenal experience to be able to have the Centennial representatives here. You know, really feeling out the place, and you know, really. I got to appreciate what a sweet place it is to play in the Klein, and I think it was great for the students too, because they've always been kicking on that. It's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna go down to F&M, you know, we're gonna see you guys play in the conference. I was like, no, we have it here this year, you know.
It's nice to share that, especially my senior year, my family, my friends, to have it here, have the Klein Center rocking, and get a really good tone set for our own run. So that was a lot of fun. That was something good to bring back my senior year. It was nice.
It's always great to build off the energy of the crowd and the Dickinson community. You know, from year one that we got here to this year, it's just been really cool to see the growth along with not only our team, but with the support within the campus community.
They become a part of the event. It's not just there that they're cheering. I mean, they're there affecting the game, and I think we get comments from other coaches all the time. You know, Coach Nelson at Johns Hopkins had said, like, I wish we had this. I wish our environment could be like this. So I think they enjoy coming here, even though it is a little bit tougher.
Well, the championship game obviously was a shock to all of us. You know, being the #1 seed on our home court, having swept them in the regular season, we were really looking forward to grinding out that win. We missed a lot of shots that we normally make. It was very disappointing.
It was a tough locker room because we didn't know if that was the last game we'd ever played together. So we first addressed that and said, hey, the committee comes out and meets Sunday morning, and then the announcements for the national tournament on Monday. So this might not be it. Hang in there. If this is unfortunately the last time we're going to be together, just realize what you've done as an individual group. The heights that you've taken the program to in the last 4 years, what the expectation level is now, what you just walked out of. The environment that we just had. Our first year we weren't even in the conference playoffs. So realize what you've done and appreciate that. It's not going to be easy tonight, nor should it be. But let's hold out hope that this won't be the last time we're going to be together. And if we get a chance to play again, make sure we take advantage of it. Make sure we make the most of that opportunity.
That will forever be an incredible memory for me. That video, every time I watch that, it's close to bringing tears to me. But it was an incredible viewing party. Because we genuinely did not know whether we were getting in or not. And as soon as we saw Dickinson's name up in that bracket, the most genuine, candid reaction I've ever been a part of. I'll always remember that moment. And, from there on, we really took it like we deserved to be there. But at the same time, we took that second life and we acted like it and we played like it.
To be on the bubble was a pretty nerve-wracking experience, but the sense of relief we had, and it was just this sense of jubilation when we got that bid. It was pretty sweet.
I was actually looking down at my phone too when all of a sudden everyone just started screaming, and I kind of had a feeling that we were going to get it before because Coach was playing mind games and that, and I feel like he wouldn't have if we didn't get one. But at the same time, man, just seeing everyone jump up like that, just seeing even like Phil and everything at the at the front desk just jumping up and down. It was just, it was honestly one of the coolest feelings I've ever got to experience for sure.
It was that was really unbelievable. That was one of the most candid, just truly emotional moments where everyone was just so universally just happy and excited. Especially coming off that weekend, it was kind of a whirlwind, a roller coaster of emotions.
To say it was a sigh of relief would be an understatement. We get to keep playing, we get to go back, and then finding out it was at Worcester again was just the ultimate. This is almost meant to be. So it was amazing.
What did that moment feel like for you when you found out you were in the tournament?
I'm happy for them. I'm just really excited that wasn't going to be it. I kind of in the back of your mind laughing because you realize practice is going to be that day, and they're not as excited about going back to practice as they will be about playing together, but just a chance for them to play on.
We got a second life, not one that we exactly expected, but just moving forward from there, we kind of took that mentality every day into practice, and especially into the national tournament games. We have to remind every player every step of the way that we are on a second life still. No matter how many games we win, we still not necessarily had to be here. So we really had to buckle down and realize that we're on a second life. Again, we have to play and act like it.
Taking advantage of opportunity. You don't have a second chance. So, taking in all the scouting information, taking in all the practice time that we get, and maximizing that time to become a little bit better that day. So when you get into a game situation, you're not missing an opportunity to take advantage of something because there is no other time. Knowing that every possession matters, valuing the ball. Every team you play at that point is really, really good. Everybody has a game plan and everybody has really, really good players. Every team is there for a reason. So you always have to have that shooter's mentality that the next possession is going to work out, the next basket's going to go in. But even when a team makes a shot, you have to keep your head down and keep grinding it out because every team there is going to be good.
When you go into NCAA tournament play, you're playing against teams that in some cases you've never even heard of. So I think it's obviously a different mindset that we have to take. We have to understand that this isn't Centennial play anymore. There could be teams that play completely different. Maybe they play more zone or something like that. But I think the biggest thing is knowing that people haven't seen us either. We have to take that confidence into it. We have to take the mindset like we're that team from the Centennial that no one knows and no one's comfortable with. We got to take advantage of our spots.
I think just playing together, belief in each other, belief in total commitment to what we want to do. there's no room for second guessing plays or defenses or anything, and it just comes down to getting one more stop than the other team, just outlasting. It's literally survive and advance, especially with the back-to-back games. Who can just bring it for that 40 minutes is going to go to the next round.
Being able to adapt to the teams you play, but also kind of sticking and trusting your system and your teammates and your coach. We really came together out at Worcester. Yeah, and especially in an atmosphere like that, it was really great. It was really, it was kind of like it was the defining moment of our season, I guess, the game against Worcester. We totally came together, and it was a total team effort from top to bottom. We had, everyone making, just amazing contributions to get that W and to leave there with, 2 wins and a Sweet 16 berth. It was unreal.
I understand you had a little extra surprise when you walked into that.
Yeah, I did. That to be there the year before and lose in the manner that we did, and they have a great following and a great tradition and a great coach and great players, and it was essentially a lot of the same characters back for both teams. So to go in and win that game, there was a ton of emotion involved, and our guys were really excited. And obviously, as we came into the locker room, there was excitement in there, and they took that time to get me a little wet there with the Gatorade, the bucket, which was fun.
We got him with the the Gatorade bucket bath. Yeah, I come in and everyone's yelling and dancing and screaming, and pretty sure I think it was Brian Gerney who pointed at the Gatorade tub we had in there, and the coaches run a little bit late because they I don't know what they were doing after we won, but we were kind of hiding in the corner that was available there, and yeah, coach came in and then we dumped it on him. There was like a moment of quick silence. It was like boom, and we got him. It was pretty good. We got him pretty good. It was good.
Yeah, I didn't know that they were doing that. I just walked into the locker room. I was still in a bliss. I didn't even know what to think. And then I saw Gerry holding the water jug, and I was just like, yes, that's a great idea. And so he came in. He had no idea. He was actually about to say something, and then Gerry came out of the corner and just drenched him. I thought it was just a great feeling because I've never seen Coach have a bigger smile on his face in the 4 years I've been here.
We said it after the Illinois Wesleyan game in the Elite Eight. We were almost done playing together 2 weeks ago, and think about how much fun you've had in the last 2 weeks. I mean, to make the run that they made in the national tournament was more about being together for 2 more weeks than it was just winning games. And they had so much fun on those road trips and the travel and the air flight, and it was all that work paid off in the experiences that they're going to share now for years. So, I was really excited for them because having played in the national tournament and then obviously being in it last year as a group, we knew what that meant. And they kind of didn't get to realize that until we got to Worcester, and then it started to sink in.
We knew with our ability on the offensive side when we got down in every one of the tournament games, we were down by at least 7 in the first half. We just stuck to the game plan and continued to run offense. Again, we talk about not trying to force it and make 10-point possessions. There's no such thing. So we got to take it one possession at a time.
To make a run to the Elite Eight is pretty special, especially for this program where it was, when I came in, and for our history we've been one of the best teams ever, I guess, qualified now, which is pretty awesome. And for the group of seniors that we have, the group of guys that we have, really special to get there. And hopefully we're laying the groundwork for future teams to do the same.
What are your thoughts on just the longevity and amazing season for Dickinson basketball?
Yeah, we had an amazing season. We kind of got a taste last year, and I think that that really helped us, do what we did this year in terms of making a move in the tournament. And for us going forward, I think for the younger guys especially that didn't play so much this year, they kind of realized what the program's all about. This year was just it was a perfect example of what we're all about, top to bottom, and we had a long time to for everyone to get a feel. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the off-season workouts and stuff, and everybody getting better, and hopefully making the same run next year.
Well, it was an incredible honor. It was very humbling to go down to the Final Four to Salem this past weekend and be a part of that. It was an incredible experience, obviously something that I'll always remember, and paving the way for other guys coming after me to hopefully have that as a goal. It's definitely an extremely humbling honor. One of the best experiences I've had as a student athlete at Dickinson. Basically just 18 All-Americans on the same court, getting up and down, getting after each other, showing what they could all do. which was one of the most fun games I've been a part of. And when it came down to it, our team kind of buckled down and really went after the win, which we edged out the East team. But, you know, those relationships you make down there, hopefully they'll last. Stay in touch with the guys. A lot of guys have aspirations to play basketball after school. So it was an incredible weekend, you know, getting to see the Final Four games as well in the national championship. So that's definitely something I'll always remember.
Kind of just really surreal and anything special for those guys to be able to build something from the ground up, which again is a really special experience that not a lot of people get to go through.
It was great. You know, the growth of all of our guys throughout the course of their 4-year career is exciting to us. It's why you coach, to see them mature on and off the court. But Adam, the last 3 weeks, we didn't. Critique is probably a strong word. I mean, it was really, he'd come over and he'd suggest some things and we'd talk, and he'd go back and play, and he really took advantage of the opportunity of being able to play again. I think he was really stung by the fact that we couldn't finish it like we needed to against Hopkins, and he took that personally, and he played that way. And we thought that in the tournament games we played, including Illinois Wesleyan, he was the best player on the floor in every game. And that's no disrespect to anybody, but he was the best player out there. And in the All-Star game, I think that, you know, the practices they had down in Virginia, and then the All-Star game, that wasn't any different. He was one of the better guys out there. So to see him mature from kind of a run the offense point guard in the first half of his freshman year to a dominant scoring guard who can kind of help carry a team to an Elite Eight performance and then be recognized nationally was a huge, you know, credit to the work that he put in and to his growth. And to see that, not only is it exciting for Adam, but it legitimizes the program, you know, because preseason, you know, people knew he and Gerry were good players, but they might not have had them on the map for a lot of the accolades that they received. Quite frankly, they're still probably too low in my mind from where they might have been. You know, the guards on the first team are really good, but if Adam's not first or second team, I don't know who is, the way he played. So to see him recognized is also a product of what they've built within the program.
Well, I think we really showed, you know, how to get it done. Between the hard work and the communication, I think were the two most important things with our senior group. Obviously with Tuck, we've been extremely close all 4 years, sticking it out. Being co-captains for the past 2 years, it's been an incredible time with him. Yeah, and with Brian and Tom, you know, two guys that ended up taking a year off, whether it was due to injuries or going abroad, and they were doing what was best for them. But I told them right after we lost to Illinois Wesleyan, you know, I'm incredibly happy that you guys came back this season, because without you guys, we wouldn't have been here. So, you know, all four of us were very, very close. Hopefully we taught a lot of the younger guys a couple of things for moving forward and how to reach some success. But we had an incredible senior class this year, and I'm proud of all the guys.
Go Red Devils.
Go Red Devils.
Go Red Devils. Go Red Devils.